Hey all, welcome back to Fire and Water Cooking, and today I am going to show you some highlights of what we did on the 2025 Sous Vide cruise on Virgin Voyages that was put on by the International Sous Vide Association. I'll be right back, show you what we did.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from fire and water.
Alright all, if you didn't know, I am part of the International Sous Vide Association, which is just a bunch of guys who love to cook using the sous vide method and teach others how to as well. It's a bunch of professional and amateur chefs who just get together and do these sort of crazy cooking demonstrations. Having it on Virgin Voyages was great. This is the first time we've done this, and Virgin Voyages was perfect because they are a very food associated cruise ship. It was a really good first time.
Hey sailors! Welcome to the Valiant Lady. My name is Annabelle, the hostess, and we are your happenings cast. The ones to show you a good time and share some good vibes. Ooh, I see a couple of you have gotten a bit comfortable, and we love to see it. Now, in just a few moments, we will be making a toast to all you naughty, naughty sailors. So, grab a glass of those tiny bubbles, soak in the view, get to know your happenings cast. It's time for us to set sail!
Every Virgin Voyages cruise starts off with a champagne toast with their happenings cast, which is what that was right there. One of the reasons this was the perfect venue for our sous vide cruise is because Virgin Voyages is very foodie focused, and they are very high end as far as their food goes, and all their specialty dining is included with the cost of your ticket, so you don't have to pay extra for it. And one of the great things is we got to participate and dine at all of their specialty restaurants, including Pink Agave, which is their higher end Mexican type restaurant, and they have some very high end entrees and appetizers as well, and even desserts. So if you go on a Virgin Voyages cruise, make sure you can hit up all of their specialty restaurants. Book your reservations early for each one. You will not just be disappointed. This was a duck mole, which was actually amazing. And they also make this great ribeye steak that's got ancho chili and a Mexican cheese on top. And I had them serve it with a green mole sauce, which was actually perfect for this as well. We had some great speakers on board. Of course, Meathead Goldwyn of AmazingRibs.com was one of our top draws. Also, we had Chef Eric Villegas and Chef David Petrancic from Breville Polyscience, which they did some amazing presentations. Of course, cookbook author Jason Logsdon and Mike Lashardy, who are the CEO and CFO of the International Sous Vide Association as well. So some great presentations were done. We had this great meet and greet on the back of the ship as well, which was a good time getting to know and meet everybody who was participating in the event. We did have the port days to ourselves when we were in port, but the 2 sea days is when we had our presentations and classes and went over all that stuff. We did have a couple of other events. Of course, we got to watch all the entertainment that was on the ship as well. That was our time. That's the fun part of being on a cruise, of course.
In my arms, I won't get you no harm. Oh, when I hold you in my arms.
Like I said, the sea days we had presentations, and that's when we had about 3.5 hours of presentations and question and answer periods with all kinds of recipes that we went over, including cocktails and Caribbean and Mexican food items as well.
If you err towards the side of, let's say, 68, you're gonna still have a little bit of red in the thighs. I know, in the dark side. You won't have overcooked white meat.
This is something that we practice on the grill also. Cooking, let's say we're going to cook a steak or the chickens. You cook it in 2 steps. One step cooks the interior, the next step cooks the exterior, and it's really important. So if you're going to sous vide, you are cooking the interior of the meat. Everything, edge to edge, comes out the same temperature. Say a steak, 131. Medium rare is 130 to 135, in that range. 131 is a really good temperature for safety. So if you're cooking a steak at 131, it's coming out perfectly cooked on both ends. But it's butt ugly, and so you want to sear it to create that extra flavor.
Not only did we get to sample the menu items, guys, we also got a recipe book that had all the recipes spelled out on how to create them as well. Each day we had 3 or 4 different items that were created. The good thing is they actually made them in the commercial kitchen on the ship.
It's my pleasure to welcome from Breville Commercial, formerly of Polyscience, one of the most knowledgeable and talented people I know when it comes to cooking and lawn care even. Just something about Jeff David Petranczyk.
Thank you, buddy. I first would just love to thank again. I know everybody has, but the culinary team on the boat has just been unbelievable. As Mimi had said, we came in here and we had a tasting of literally everything, every ingredient for all of my cocktails, which I have another session coming up later. Everything, tasting this, making it with them. The correspondence before and after the event has just been absolutely amazing.
One of the things that made it kind of difficult is sous vide is not allowed for maritime law to be able to use sous vide cooking on the ship itself. So what we had to do is have the recipes put together by the on-ship staff using other methods or using pre-sous vide food that was provided by Cuisine Solutions that they could just heat up and use in the demonstrations. So cooking sous vide on the ships itself is not allowed, but they can use pre-cooked sous vide items. So a lot of this stuff was actually pre-made and then just finished up on the ship. Lots of different stuff, like I said, the cocktails, infusions of alcohol, all kinds of different things that you would not think of. Ice creams and desserts, octopus, of course, and lots of different things. Dave Petranczyk of Breville Polyscience did a whole masterclass on cocktails and how to prepare them and how to infuse alcohols with different flavors. We learned how to use sous vide to make tamales and mole sauces and all kinds of Caribbean and Mexican food. So it was very, very educational, very interesting, lots of good stuff. I'm so glad I went to this and was able to experience this with some of my friends that I've known for years and just love sous vide cooking. So we also got to do a tour of the galleys that covered 3 or 4 of the restaurants on the ship, which I can't show you a lot of video or photos on that because they told us not to. But very, very interesting on how they prepare the food on the ship. Everything is handmade daily. They bake their own bread daily. They make their own pasta daily. They don't use any dried or pre-made products that you would think that they would just load up on. A lot of their food for all their restaurants is made daily in each restaurant. They even have their own on-ship butchery that actually processes all their meats. So it's very, very interesting. If you have a chance to do this next year, I highly recommend you join us. We did have one night where we all got together for dinner in the test kitchen, which is Virgin Voyages chefy type restaurant where they have a rotating menu of very, I would say, gastronomically inclined food, which was very interesting, not to say the least. But we all enjoyed that time as well. Virgin Voyages did a very good job of putting this on and explaining everything that we were eating. This was a mushroom dish that was just amazing. It was a mushroom mousse made out of mushrooms. It made it look like mushrooms with other extra mushrooms on the side. The scallop dish with prosciutto was amazing as well. Everything we ate here in this restaurant was very well thought out, very well executed, and simply delicious. They even had some things like this here piece of venison, so you had a choice between beef tenderloin or venison tenderloin, which was awesome. All the other items in all the other restaurants, they had higher end stuff like this bone marrow, was amazing, with some big pieces of Texas toast, of course a wedge salad, and the steakhouse as well. Everything was well executed, delicious, and like I said, even at the regular restaurants, outside of the stuff that they prepared just for us. The Wake restaurant, steakhouse has the hanger steak, and just amazing, amazing stuff, guys. I highly recommend, if you've never been on a Virgin Voyages cruise, you check them out. And happens I am a travel agent myself. You can check out fireandwatertravel.com, or you can email me at Darren@fireandwatertravel, and I can go over all things Virgin Voyages cruises for you, and then you can have some of this amazing food as well. Also, make sure you check out the isva.com, because they are going to have a 2026 Sous Vide cruise in April of 2026. So they've already announced that, so you can sign up for this amazing cruise. And it's going to be on Virgin Voyages again. So make sure you check that out at theisva.com, on their website, or on Facebook as well. You can check that out. Like I said, guys, it was great meeting lots of folks that have the same interests as I do, and meeting these people that create some fantastic recipes. It was great getting together for the cruise, enjoying the cruise part as well. I really look forward to doing this again in 2026. If you haven't, make sure you check it out. See if you can join us on the 2026 International Sous Vide Association's Sous Vide Cruise on Virgin Voyages. I hope to see you there. It was a great time, and make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, like, subscribe, and share this channel. And hey, like I said, why don't you join us on a Virgin Voyages cruise, or on the next Sous Vide International Sous Vide Association Sous Vide cruise. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.